And likewise, we have more or less 4,000 school heads and teachers from our Facebook live streaming. And right now, our education program supervisors also, we'd like to acknowledge them as they're also viewing another virtual engagement from the regional office. Thank you so much. All right, thank you, our very beautiful Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Henrietta Tito Managbanag. So at this point, let's hear the message of our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Manuel P. Albano, CESO 5.
To our resource person, Regional Director Dr. Ramir V. Uytico, CESO 4, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Sherlita A. Palma, CESO 6, and Dr. Henrietta Tito Managbanag, CC, our dear school heads and other fellow advocates in the academy, a pleasant morning. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. Mother Teresa once said. Students, their parents, and educators around the world are feeling the extraordinary rippling effect of the COVID-19 as schools are shutting down and quarantine methods are being ordered to cope with the global pandemic. While governments and health officials are doing their best to slow down the health scare, global education systems are collaborating to collectively respond and provide quality education amidst these difficult times. As part of the education sector, our crucial job is to help in providing quality education for all, even in these exceptional times. Among the mitigating schemes is being innovative of crafting our challenges into a unique and creative way of managing our critical points through LeaderSHIFT, a webinar series on technical assistance in the new normal, which focuses on the unit of change, particularly on developing systems-level leadership capacity. Through this seemingly exclusive goal, we envision of helping our leaders to develop, if not perfect, their instructional and management leadership expertise. With that being said, allow me to welcome as well as congratulate all of you here in this session in advance, because we are very fortunate that we have the greatest leader in Region 8. Learn, enjoy, and keep safe always, everyone. Good luck, good health, God bless us all.
Thank you, SDS Nani, for the inspiring message. Once again, that was our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Manuel P. Albano, CESO 5. Without further ado, let me introduce to you our resource person for this webinar on leadership crossroads in the new normal. Armed with a strong determination to succeed, he is an accomplished Cebuano educator. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education with English as his field of concentration. He also holds a Master of Arts in Education degree, major in teaching English as a second language, and Doctor of Education, major in Educational Administration. Because of hard work, he rose from the ranks. He started being a classroom teacher, head teacher, and secondary school principal. His outstanding achievements catapulted him to the position Education Supervisor in English after topping the battery of tests administered by the Department of Education, Division of Cebu Province. His awards include Outstanding Head Teacher in the whole province of Cebu for 2 consecutive years, from 1996 to 1997 and 1997 to 1998, and Outstanding Secondary School Principal of 1998 to 1999. His educational attainment is backed up by 2 DepEd scholarships. He was sent to Philippine Normal University on teaching of English to speakers of other languages, and to the Regional English Language Center, Singapore, in language testing. For international exposure, he had gone to the United States of America, United Kingdom, Singapore, Thailand, and Middle East, where he was invited to act as school director in a Philippine school. He passed the superintendent's examination in 2008 after being the first in rank in the national search regional level. He was appointed as full-fledged Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Cebu Province. On January 27, 2011, he was designated as OIC, Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd, Dumaguete City Division. After passing the 4 challenging stages, the Career Executive Service Board has conferred on him the CES eligibility on July 10, 2012, through Resolution Number 1024. In recognition of his exemplary performance and integrity-laden leadership, Dr. Uytico was conferred the 2012 Gawad Career Executive Service Presidential Award in a ceremony on July 31, 2013 at the Heroes Hall in Malacañang Palace, Manila. He received a plaque of recognition, automatic rank promotion, and a 100,000 pesos cash prize. On December 11, 2013, just few months after receiving his presidential award, His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III conferred on him his well-deserved pennant as Schools Division Superintendent. On May 5, 2014, he was granted the Career Executive Service Officer 5, or CESPA 5, rank, and on July 31, 2014, he CESPA 4 rank. On October 30, 2015, he was designated as Assistant Regional Director of DepEd Region 8, rather DepEd Region 13, and on August 29, 2016, just 9 months after his stint as Assistant Regional Director, he was designated as the Regional Director of DepEd Region 8. On May 22, 2019, His Excellency Rodrigo R. Duterte signed his appointment as full-fledged Director 4. After having conducted a thorough and engaging environmental scanning, he has conceptualized a banner project which hopes to make a difference in the lives of the men and women in DepEd Region 8. Project Lead, Empower, and Achieve through data-driven decisions has been institutionalized to empower all school leaders, thus producing 4,161 school banner projects in the entire region. To top it all, he is instrumental to the International Organization for Standardization, ISO 9001-2015, certification of DepEd Region 8 and Prime HRM Level 2 compliant of the Civil Service Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Ramir Uytico, CESPA 4.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Karen. Was that Karen? I was not able to hear the preliminaries of your program. Thank you, Karen. Okay lang ang audio? Will somebody inform me if okay ang audio?
Yes, sir. Okay lang.
Okay lang. Okay.
Okay,
First, I would like to congratulate the Division of Leyte because you have come up a very timely topic, a timely theme for this current situation. LeaderSHIFT. No, coined siya, leader, then shift. So for the Division of Leyte, you want a shift from maybe the old normal to the new normal, and you expect the kind of leaders that you will have in your division. No, there has to be a shift. No, whatever it is, could be a shift from not so good to best, or a shift from good to bad, or whatsoever. No, so first I'd like to congratulate now Dr. Manuel Albanio, your beloved superintendent. He was able to think of this particular platform for to navigate the school leaders of the Division of Leyte. I was out for 4 days, Monday to Thursday. I was in two divisions. I was in Northern Samar and Calbayog City Division, and it gave me an idea of how prepared our people are for the implementation of the Learning Continuity Plan. Not all that I saw were promising. There were schools that need to be assisted by their superintendents, by the people in the division. But of course, as resilient as you are, as resilient resilient atong mga taga Region 8, we still have time to prepare ourselves for the opening. So my topic today is education resilience in the new normal. No, if we want to have a shift sa ato ang leadership prowess, kinahanglan we should be resilient. So this particular platform or endeavor, modality, would give us the chance to look back or to look into kung resilient ba ta, not to respond to the new normal. Like ako, it is risky on my part to be roaming around, but I need to do that because di lang pwede na puro na lang ta webinar, teleconferencing, but we in the Department of Education should also take the risk because this is also the reason of our existence. No, we should show to our people that sometimes we take risk for us to really check what are going on down or in the field. So that would be the situation now. I have formed two teams. Team A is headed by me, and Team B is headed by Assistant Regional Director Arnolfo Balane. So I am assigned sa Samar Island and si ARD sa Leyte and Biliran provinces. So mag-change niya mi. I will be in Leyte and Biliran in the months to come. So that shows that I am also resilient because I need to really see what are going on in the division. So my topic is on education resilience in the new normal, and we need to know what really new normal is. All of you, I think, have participated already in the session on the new normal, navigating the new normal. So maybe until now, galisod patag unsa gyud new normal, unsa man tong old normal, unsa man new normal. But of course, we need to embrace, we need to navigate because this is it. Ito na yung new normal natin. If you think that the virus has gone, wa pa gyud. Kung walay vaccine, virus is still around, and maybe the coronavirus will be part of the new normal. And if we belong to the Department of Education, we should be the last ones to surrender. Maybe some of you might be asking, nanganong ipadayon mangyod ang August 24? Na it's so risky, we have anxiety, we have fears. Nanganong ipadayon mangyod ang opening? We should also tell our teachers that if we will not push through sa opening, unsay mahitabo, ang mga teachers, why sweldo? Because other government employees would also complain nga nganong magpadayon man og sweldo ang mga teachers na wala may services rendered. So our teachers should understand that, and the government cannot afford to be giving salaries to teachers who are just staying at home doing nothing. So we should let them understand. Okay, kitapod nga na mga school heads, the district supervisors, I think, are in attendance today. No, mga support officials sa division office should understand that we need to open the classes on August 24, 2020. So I would like to give you the idea of what will transpire in this 2-hour sharing, rubbing elbows with the division of Leyte na bisag basic ayo ko daghang ko gipirmahan ron because I was out for 4 days and half day ramiron sa region because this afternoon we will have disinfection of our offices, but I will really spend the half day of my day today with you, my beloved Leyte Division family. So gibiyaan sa nako akong pirmahanan para just to rub elbows with you na with the new normal, rubbing elbows with you virtually. No? So usahay marata og buang tanaw no sa new normal nga ako, you could just imagine usahay na adlaw nga 5 speeches to be talking to the laptop. So what mag-expect ani makigistorya tag laptop, no, nindot man ta gyud nga magatubang ta and to see, to shake hands with you, to smile direct, no, eye to eye, no, pero karon mao naman ni. So gatabi ko dire sa region with Leo assisting me, nagatubang ko sa laptop. So my content sa akong presentation would be just to review what is resilience, what is resilience theory, how is resilience developed. No, mayon ta nga kamong taga Region 8 resilient, ato ko nung i-review of how you developed resilience and why is resilience important during this pandemic and the challenges of pandemic to Philippine education. DepEd Region 8's response to the pandemic and what are the ways forward. Okay, so let us start talking about resilience. And resilience is the capability for change through empowerment. No? So akong i-emphasize diya ang empowerment, and that has been the byword of the project lead. It's empowerment. When I visited the division of Northern Samar and the division of Calbayog City, I was able to see empowerment in action. I was able to see the 2 superintendents navigating within their limitations, and I was able to see principals really manifesting, discharging their functions at the school level, emphasizing empowerment. And that is timely to withstand adversity and survive a crisis. So kung wala kay resiliency, dili ka resilient, no? Di ka survive sa crisis. In fact, some of us, or even myself, usahay na ako sa room, no, I wanted to cry because it's almost 5 months now I have not gone home to Cebu. Good for you nga. Some of you are in your houses now, you're enjoying work from home. Ako, work from office pirme, unya tuwa sa dorm, balik. Any time of the week, Saturday, Sunday, na ay meeting, ipatawag sa secretary, virtual meeting. So it's stressful, no? But I need to survive. I need to withstand. and to grow despite life's downturns. Because if we will not embrace resiliency, chances are magsina ng taghilak sa atong room, maratang mabuang. So we need to be equipped with the knowledge how really to navigate. Kaya og dili ta mo navigate, dili ta mamatay sa virus, mamatay ta sa stress, mamatay ta sa tension, mamatay ta sa emotional baggage. Okay? So dapat empowered ka to navigate. So as superintendent, si Dr. Albanio should empower himself. Kamo pong mga chief, si Baby, si Feli, should navigate their people. Kay aron mo survive ani nga crisis. So what is resilience? Yeah, not resilient. The proverbial boiling frog. Resilience is not staying in the boiling water. Like initubig, dili na siya pwede nga og mayong kang resilient, imo lang antuson nga naa ka sa boiling water, no? And you could not afford yourself to be cooked by the boiling water. So for example, kani nga situation, we are in a boiling water, but being resilient is not to wait for water to cool down. So unsa man di ay buhaton nimo, you should go out. Kay og dili ka mo gawas, maluto ka. No, or kung imong paaboton nga mo cool down, maybe nga langkat na imong panit, dili na ka attractive tanahon. So it's not. So like that frog, mugawas gyud siya aron di siya maluto sa tubig. That's being resilient. And what is resilience theory? What is important is not the nature of adversity. So karon, we are in an adverse situation, dili importante ang nature diha kun unsa. If this is virus, it's not so important, but it is our ability to respond or deal with it. That is, diba? So unsa may imong response? So og resilient ka, for example, you are an education program supervisor. We are in a pandemic. Mayon na lang ka nga, Dr. Albanio, ari na lang yung ko sa balay, kay it's so risky, na yung mga positive along the way, mayon ana. So you are not being resilient. But how to respond positively to the call of duty, kay you are needed by Dr. Albanio to report, especially those who are in charge of mga payroll, in charge of mga benefits ato mga employees, you should report because in the civil service issuances, so with DepEd, you are still required to report bisan og naa kay work from home. No? It's not so much with requirement ba or dili, but during this pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, is always a test of your personality. So if you have been very negative, no, you are not resilient. Kay dili importante ang nature. What is important is the response and how you deal with the challenges, with the adversity. What are the different types of resilience? So atong tan-awon og unsa ni mga types, no? Number one, psychological. So kinahanglan na diri sa mind na being resilient, no? Imong behavior goes with your emotion. So makita po diha ang imong pagka-resilient, emotional na resilience. Like, buwagan ka si mong uyab, magsina na kaghilak, maghikog ka, you will commit suicide, you are no longer resilient because you were not able to navigate your emotion. So if you're loaded with emotions, there are pressures around, pressures from the top, pressures po sa ibang mga tao, in navigating with your people, emotional na. Of course, physical. Kaya ka nang affected ka psychologically, emotionally, affected po ang imuhang physical. Diba? Sa hapon, no? Kapoy kaayo, affected imong physical. But If you have that in your mind psychologically, imong emotions, you are packed up, no? Backed up by your strong emotions, ang imong physical pod, no? Then ang community is also part, no, of that. So equation of resilience is not a fixed trait. Dili na siya fixed nga inig kataon nimo resilient dayon ka. It is evolving. It is also changing. Sometimes resilient ka, sometimes dili. No? So there are a lot of factors that affect, no, the development of this what we call resilience. So gidako na diha ang sense. No? So may sense nimo, like if you are a superintendent, if you are an education program supervisor, if you are a district supervisor, unsa may sense nimo sa imong pagkatao, no? Like ang imong pagka-superintendent, unsa man na, unsay purpose nimo, unsa may imong reason of your existence. And of course, grit. Grit is mental toughness. Strong ka mentally. And of course, the coping strategies. You need to cope with the adversity and emotional intelligence. So, ana na siya, no? Ang tanan are part of that equation sa resilience. So, it shall be developed. Dili na siya stagnant. It is always dynamic, no? Usahay naatay coping strategies, naatay mental toughness, usahay maayo kayo ta sa atong emotions, no? But sometimes, like ako, the regional director, si Manny pod as the superintendent, sometimes human as we are, kani ang usahing emotional intelligence ani fluctuating. Di ni siya fixed siya. Okay? Next. The 6 domains of resilience. So tanawa diha, no, natay vision, say purpose nimo, goals and congruence. So dapat, no, congruent siya. Then ang collaboration, natay support networks. Kamo sa in your division, kinahanglan ta og support system because we need collaboration. Collaboration is needed to become resilient because no man is an island. We need to have support. Like kamo, when you report to your respective offices, akong advice is look for the support system. Og imo na lang pong kaaway ang tanan sa opisina, how can you develop that being resilient? Ang social context, manage perceptions, no? Tenacity, persistence, realistic optimism, no? Positive, dili positive sa COVID, positive ka sa imuhang pagpanglantaw sa kinabuhi, bounce back. Di lang ka nga, if this is the situation, you don't bounce back, ikay unang mamatay. Of course, health is very important. Nutrition, di lang sa tamag sige ka og humba, no? Yeah, sleep, exercise. Ako, if I have been very busy, pero I always have that time nga nagpalit ko og bike, ya bisikleta diri ra sa sulod sa compound, no, nya lingaw-lingaw. Sometimes mag live ko sa Facebook, no? Reasoning, problem solving, resourcefulness, anticipate and plan, no? You should foresee what is going to happen, and when you anticipate, you plan. Composure. This is very important. Kaya di man na pwede nga mo yung kag-resilient, you want to show to the people nga, nalata na kas problema. And regulate emotions. Na ako, like, I have been contacting my brother, niya, dayon yun siya nga, noy, kapoy na kay sa Manila, noy, niya, lami na kay ihilak, ana. Then ako po siyang ingnon nga, no, relax lang. But even deep inside, hapit na po ko mo break emotionally. But of course, we need to regulate. Yeah, interpretation bias, calm, and in control. Na di na to pwede ipakita, especially for us that we are handling people. So how do you regulate emotions? Vary your activities. Kinahanglan ako, like I shared, mag-FB live ko, mukanta ko. So it's not for the people to know nga may bakog tingog or yabag ba ko or what, but it is some sort of an outlet ug unsay akong emotion deep inside. I don't care kung unsay isultis mga tao nga wanang direktor, wanang nayabag, sila lang kanta-kanta. With the partnership of the Philippine Army, nagpabuhat ko diha og dapit sa gym sa region na ako'y gitawag og summer house. Marag payag-payag siya, then akong gitawag og summer house. So weekend, adto mi dito magsugba-sugba, inana niya, mag inom-inom og gamayng beer kay weekend man. Niya dayon magkanta-kanta as an outlet. So that's how I regulate emotions kay na naman ko'y kalainan ba because this is the new normal. Usually sa Cebu, ipauli na ko. I go to Ayala, wadto ko sa SM, I dine with friends, mag-coffee, and I could not do it anymore in Tacloban. No? So ako nangita lang kog lain paagi, no, how to regulate my emotions. So those are the domains of resilience. So ato nang tan-awon, vision nimo, collaboration, tenacity, health, reasoning, and composure. And the 7 C's model of resilience, competence, ability to handle the situation. Niya gina sa utok, it's the brain, it's the mind that dictates. Diba? Actually, ang heart paabot ra nagdiktar sa atong utok. Pero if our brain would say, you should be resilient, you can do it, you can handle it. So it's competence. And confidence pod rooted in competence. Kay ug naa ka diri sa utok, you are confident. And then connection. Nindot ni nga pandemic, no, the positive side of it. We have been establishing connections. Every day nagkuanta, nag-chat ta sa ato ang mga family members. How are you? Magsitag I love you, no, sa ato mga paryente. So we have established robust connection between and among members of the family. So ang pandemic nakapahimo na tong close, no? Sa una di kita mag I love you. Karon magsige na kita I love you because we just don't know na mauna ni siya. No? Ako pod every weekend na ako'y video call with my mother because I need to take care of my mother because she's 79 years old. So she has to understand that she has to stay at home. Di siya pwedeng magsigig lakaw-lakaw kay kuyaw kayo, vulnerable siya. So let's establish connection. So sa balay, when you report to the office, look for the people na naatay connectivity. Di lang kay internet connectivity ang gikinahanglan, but there has to be a robust connection between you and your office mates. And character, experience, self-worth, importante kay ng character, contribution, sense of purpose and meaning as an employee of the Department of Education. Unsa may imong contribution? Unsa may imong mga coping strategies, ability to survive setbacks, and control. Deep inside, naatay control. And how is resilience developed? As what I have said, dili na ang resilience overnight lang ma-develop na to. It is a process. So, how is resilience developed? Develop self-awareness. Dapat alam mo kung ano ka, no? Unsa may mga strengths, unsa may mga weaknesses. And after that, if you know yourself, if you know yourself, you can now build self-regulation skills. So kung anong kaya nimo, mao na buhata. Ang di nimo kaya, ayaw buhata. No, i-regulate nimo and learn coping skills. Kato akong i-share ganiha, no? Like i-share nimo sa imong mga amigo ang imong mga anxiety, ang mga fears nimo, nya i-cope na siya. Increase optimism. Huwag yung negative na, hala, mag-open na tarong August 24, maka-virus na taani. Nega kaayo, no? So increase optimism if you want to exist. Strengthen connections, know your strengths. So unsa may mga strengths nimo? So nakita man ako si Franklin Viajidor. Turn on your mic no Franklin. Unsa may mga strengths nimo Frank during this pandemic and you capitalize that. Diyaman si Franklin, kita man kung Franklin Viajidor nawa? Nawa na?
Di ako sir.
Sige, Frank, turn on your video of mic, Frank. Okay, nakita na ko si Franklin. Unsa may mga strengths nimo Frank nga angay nimo ba nga i-master gini mo ang strength for during this situation?
Tingali ang una sir kanang faith in God.
Faith in God.
Kay nga
So para nimo, unsa so
Yes.
na kay strong faith in God. Very good.
Yes, sir.
No? So dapat imo na siyang i-develop pa daw nga di gyud ka mayon wa nagyud wa nagiginoo ani ron inana. So unsa pa may diba? Unsa man poy kuan nimo Frank, unsa may lingaw nimo weekends nga aron na kay coping skills.
of course ako man nag-post sa Facebook sir I go to biking bisang gali early mas more every Saturday pero from Monday to Friday at least 3 times din every Saturday go biking from Palom Bilia to Palomcon or anywhere in area.
Okay. Tanawa si Franklin ron, di ba nagkabata nga man din nag-pandemic na. Sige, thank you dong Franklin. Thank you. So mao na siya.
Welcome sir.
Okay. So karon we have talked about being resilient. Atong tan-awon ron, let us try to look at education resilience. Unsa yung response nato sa DepEd 8? Sige. Sa atoa natani, education must continue. This is very, ang uban tao na misinterpret si secretary na niyon nga education must continue. Niya gibully siya sa Facebook because of this nga niyabag nga manday kuan kuyaw kaayo niya nganong i-continue yung education. Pero kita dapat, if we belong to the education department, we should be the last ones to surrender kay Department of Education. Kita gyud dapat mo last and we could not afford to delay the educational growth of our students just because nga na pandemic. Yeah, ensuring continuity of education amidst challenges. So natay DepEd Order 7, education must continue, and of course, health and safety. Kanya important gyapon ang health and safety. And of course, resilience is articulated in DepEd 8's quality policy. Sa to ang ISO journey, giklaro gyud nato na ang competent, empowered, innovative, responsive, customer-friendly, technology-based, value-laden, service-oriented, technically competent, and continuous improvement. We don't rest on our laurels because umayong kag ISO or mayon ta sa Division of Leyte nga equipped nami, there are always rooms for improvement. So wherever we are always living in a continuous world of improvement. And there is transparency, performance, dedicated service, and we also have character, courage, and compassion, especially during this pandemic. And the core values sa DepEd Region 8, nagyoy passion. Let's start with passion and love. During this pandemic, kanigyong duha, love, passion. So the more we show our love to our people, so sa mga district supervisors ron, kumustaha ang atong mga principals, kumustaha ang atong mga teachers, because they need our love, they need our passion. When I had my rounds for the past 4 days, nindot kayo akong feeling na talking with the teachers, talking with the principals, because I too need to listen to their concerns during the pandemic. nya marapod to og psychosocial intervention ako, marapog food sa ako ang heart nga ug unsay mga atong gisulti dire ilapod nga gisulti didto sa field. So it was heartwarming on my part. Unya innovation is always part. So kamo pod sa Leyte naamoy dagang innovation. The pandemic does not prevent you to think of new and brilliant ideas. This particular platform is an innovation. Kami po sa region, nag-online ranking me, the applicants don't need to come for the interview online. Yan ami policy guidelines, and I have appointed many personnel during the pandemic. Yang bidding sa namo online. No, online. The suppliers don't need to come. Nya online siya. And of course, core values na to, excellence, honesty. No? Honesty does not involve only with money. Honesty with time. Like you are in a work from home, tawag sa superintendent, unreachable. So you're not honest with your time. So if it's work from home, it should be 8 to 5 you are available because you are accountable. There is always accountability. So the district supervisors, school heads, you should be accountable, honest with the time. And of course, if you discharge your functions, safety pod ang kinahanglan. Like if our teachers will be hopping from one house to another, og naikuyaw dito nga lugar, dili sad adtoon kay safety man ang gikinahanglan. And dedication is part. Dedicate. Kani bitaw nga pandemic, no, ladies and gentlemen, is always a test of our personality. How dedicated we are, because og maabot nag 65 mga higala, patiran ta sa tong edad, out na gyud ta sa DepEd. Unya di na gyud ta moingon nga ipa-extend nato sa civil service kay napatay buot buhaton. No. Lapas na ang panahon, out na ta. So while we are given time and opportunity by God, let us show our being dedicated. Let us show our respect to the department and to all the people around us, and let us be empowered. So as a principal, as a district supervisor, feel that you are empowered, navigate within your level, and show during the opening of classes that you are there with passion, love, innovation, excellence, honesty, accountability, safety, dedication, empowerment, and most of all, respect. And the challenges to education. Kani, after the opening of classes, unsa na may challenge? Opening of classes, unsa pa? Ang before the opening of classes, no? Tulo na. Before the opening, and after the opening. So karon sa enrollment, challenge na to. It's a challenge. But I would like to congratulate the Division of Leyte for positively responding to the call, because right now, still Region 8 leads in the enrollment nationwide. Whole country, ang Region 8 pagyapon ang number 1. That is something to rejoice. No? It is a manifestation that our parents and guardians in Region 8 have trust and confidence with us. Diba? Kaya wala pa sila isalig, di na nila ipa-enroll ilang mga anak. Kaya naman sila isalig sa Region 8, ang Region 8 still ranks first sa enrollment. Bahala na og nag-all strategies gigamit. I know the Division of Leyte has a lot of strategies. Naamoy mga, unsa na yung mga strategies. I've seen all these on Facebook. Kaya ang before opening of classes is a challenge. Niya open na pod, unsa man ato unsa na po'y modality, unsa na po'y buhaton. No? In fact, ato ay tao nga si a teacher of Isabel Leyte, ato kada si Bariray, do ang iyang intention nga good vibes. pero negative ang impact sa ubang tao. So karon I wanted to pacify na sa atong secretary nga si Bariray maura taw ni para pa good vibes ana niya di naman nato kapugngan mao naman na, but I talked to him, butan man siya, no? So wala na siya to decide, and I requested Dr. Albanio to talk to the teacher ana because ganahan ta nga positive lang ato ang mga ipagpakita, especially i-post nato sa Facebook ana because no one has been prepared for this opening of classes. Wa gyoy tao nga nakaingon nga mag-pandemic na ana unya dayon kaning kuan mag-pandemic na unya dayon sani mao ni atong andamon dili sad siya pwede nga nag-prepare kay wala man watay kalibutan aning tanan nga mao ni mahitabo. And of course after the opening sa classes challenge gyapon siya. Okay? So, mao na atong challenges sa education na mao ni siyang mahitabo, no? Before the opening or after the opening, unya naabay mastery sa skills sa mga bata despite the limitations nato sa ato ang this is not perfect. Nya lahi na kaayo ni ron dugay magay makat-on sa sud sa klase, how much more kung naara sa respective houses. Okay? And next, because education cannot wait, it can and it must continue even in the midst of the pandemic. Di gyud makahuwat ang education. Kanya ipadayon gyud even if naay pandemic. So I hope the Division of Leyte, being resilient, should journey with me. But I am confident that with your schools division superintendent, kuan gyud padayon. I know your schools division superintendent. He was my roommate for many times during our superintendent's leadership program. So kay balo ko ni Manny na resilient na siya. So makaya niya how to navigate the division of Leyte. So everybody is aware that we have the regional learning continuity plan, no? And it is anchored on the children's right to education. So that's why naatay learning continuity plan to promote holistic well-being of the learners amidst the health crisis. So all schools division offices have crafted the learning continuity plan, and all the schools have their learning continuity plan. So in short, DepEd Region 8 is ready because our learning continuity plans are anchored on safety and well-being, learning focus, inclusive education, and education financing. So, ngayon tag education financing, let's talk about budget. I have downloaded already to the division of Leyte at first mobility fund worth 200,000. Ang next tranche nato natay 6 million plus na akong i-download nako sa division of Leyte. I just request Dr. Albanio to modify the request because buying equipment is not allowed sa ato ang kuan because it's MOE. So katurog yung allowable sa MOE so that I could download the 6 million plus to the division of Leyte. And napay next nga tranche I will have to download to the division of Leyte kay tagaan pa man ta og 470 million. Then ako nang i-divide to all the 13 schools divisions. Siguro na ay more than 10 million pa akong ma-download to the division of Leyte for the reproduction of our modules. Pero naalay caveat diha because mora gina naay funds pero we are not allowed to purchase equipment kanang 15,000 up, not allowed. So I'm sure ang atong mga district offices na nay mga risograph machines, like I saw it in Calbayog City, na sila mga printers ngayon ana. So mao na lang na atong buhaton, then the division office can just provide you with bond papers, sheets of bond papers, mga ink or other materials nga dili siya mabilong sa capital outlay. So that's it. That's part of the learning continuity plan. And we have implementation of health and safety protocols and guidelines in schools, provision of support to teachers and learners emotionally, psychologically, and physically. And I would like to emphasize that we have been providing psychological first aid and psychosocial interventions. In fact, your very own Karen Baril was invited to journey with us regional office to help us download insights, learnings to our people, how to handle psychosocial support and to our people. Kay hindi man na pwedeng first week ditson day nato ato mga bata og hatag og mga kaning mga activity sheets dayon. Let's start with psychosocial intervention and psychological first aid. So inclusion and protection of vulnerable and disadvantaged groups of learners and personnel, timely provision of salaries and benefits to employees, and so gitutukan nato ang mga salaries. No, in fact, umana nagsweldo na ang Division of Leyte unya sa previous months. Ato na pong na-emphasize na priority ang salary, and that's the reason why wa ko mo pauli sa Cebu kay tutukan nako ang atong salaries. And I was informed yesterday na natong funds sa special hardship allowance for the division of Leyte. So I will money can have it processed aron mahatag na to ang special
sir today.
Man?
We downloaded it today. Maybe this afternoon or tomorrow it's available in their accounts.
Very good. Very good. So that's how responsive your superintendent is. Na at least ikinahanglan gyud na our people need money. Ato lang kung tambagan ni ato mga tao, Dr. Albanio, nga di magsigig luto na ato mga maestradong are just staying in their houses, usay why financial literacy, magsilang po to luto, karon donut, ugma siya ko'y sunod, inana, magpuro luto, manang mahurot po ang kwarta kay why appeal sa plano, manang magsige na lang po, og i-release na nato ang May, kano sa ang June, kano sa ang PBB, release sa June, kano sa ang July, why gihumanon man? So, walay financial literacy usay ning atong mga tao, magsige po tawag kaon kinarapot sa balay, no? So I hope Dr. Albanio has a plan for that, no? So atong ko ano no. Next, we have provided technical assistance and guidance to the schools in the implementation of the MELCs as a kang FELI na ning bahala sa most essential learning competencies. Teachers are reskilled and upskilled, no, on the use of the learning management systems, learning platforms. Yeah, parents po, no, bahala na, challenging kini ato mga parents, and ensure that learners can access and maximize learning. Not so much with online learning, pero bahala na, whatever it is, basta kay maka-access ang atong mga estudyante. No, bahala na og unsay modality. And we have determine the preferred learning modalities of learners and parents. No? Then use different modalities sa enrollment, appropriate learning materials, kung saray kaya, So kung say kaya sa lugar sa Leyte way online, bahala na. Di na to kabuton ang langit, gapiting layua. Og unsay ma-afford sa usa ka barrio school og modular, ready man wa pang modules, Leyte is ready because nana may budget of lessons, nana may mga activity sheets that even if nana ang modules, napagyapon ang budget of lessons because we will no longer require our teachers to write lesson plans. Kay useless naman ang lesson plans, ang budget of lessons na lang. Okay? So FELI can handle that. And then extension of enrollment period. Of course, ang use of MOOE. When I visited one division, naintay school head nga wala ba download og 7 months sa MOOE. Unsa maintay mahitabo og wa siya 7 months. No, so nanataan ay DepEd memorandum signed by Yusek Ann Sevilla og dili makaliquidate ang principal. It should be the duty of the division office to procure the needed materials for that school. Kaya wa man siya ma-download, dili na siya pwede nga bahala na mo diha. But the superintendent should think of a strategy na ma-providean gyapon ang school, but this time it shall be managed by the division office. Okay? So kay mao naman na siya gyud, hindi na to napabayaan ang eskwelahan na wala maka-download kay ngano. One reason wa ma-download kay wa maka-liquidate. And I was happy gahapon in Calbayog City. The 5 principals visited were very loud and clear. Naningon sila nga ang ilang April, May, June were utilized in the reproduction of curriculum materials. So I was happy rather than muryo-muryo ang principal. So ang use of MOE dapat, no? Revision of annual implementation plan, review of work and financial plan, strengthen partnership with stakeholders and co-owners, inclusion of COVID-19 related activities in the annual implementation plan and work financial plan. Dapat naa na diyang AIP, WFP before ka purchase og mga PPEs. So dapat naa na diha, no? And then mao ni siya ang ato ang mga instituted measures and directives. If you are going to check, na sa deped.gov.ph, na tay mga measures and directives. And I would like to emphasize that there is no material ever made that is as resilient as the human spirit. So ito dapat, no, ang human spirit mao gyud ni siya og naana nato ba ang na optimism, nata ang commitment na part na sa to human spirit. We are resilient, no? Pero as what I have said, ang being resilient, it should be developing. Not just one night you have that resiliency, dili. It has to be developed through the years. Nya karon sa pandemic, imo na siyang i-master. Imo na MUSTER, master gyud. Imo nang i-develop, imo nang i-fortify kay it should be part of your existence. So yun, Ana. Okay, and we always claim that Region 8 is always great. With you as the biggest division of Region 8, og maingon ron mo nga successful ang Leyte in the learning continuity plan implementation, I can claim that Region 8 is successful, considering that Leyte is the biggest division of the region. So if it will happen, karong August 24, na successful ang Leyte, I would be very proud to announce to the whole world that Region 8 is successful kay akong nakita sa division of Leyte. Parehara po na si Manny. If Dr. Albanio can notice na ang learning continuity plan sa barrio school sa Mahaplag, sa Hilongos, sa Southern sa Leyte, sa kaning unsa ni sa San Isidro. Nabang mga principals man Nato ron, wala.
Na, sir.
Ay man si Chona, present. Basig to sa Facebook, dili siya ka-interact.
Sa live na siguro, sir.
Sa live. So kung successful ang eskwelahan paron man sa imong native town dito sa Palumpon og naay various school in Palumpon na very successful, the district supervisor of Palumpon can claim nga successful siya sa district. Kay na nindot man ang implementation sa baryo. Kung dili successful, di siya ka-claim. So pareha po na ni Dr. Albanio, if all the towns in Leyte successful, Dr. Albanio will claim na successful. So marami siya na domino effect. So I am heartily requesting all of you to journey with your school's division superintendent. Be resilient, be responsive, dili ka reactive. Kaya ang gawa na, dili man na kariyag meaning. O mo yung kag-responsive, positive na. Mo yung kag-reactive, mo ni mga yaw-yawan. O na direction ng superintendent mo na to. Mo to ba to, ani unta to. So, would it be possible nga ang anay paingon dito, niyang mga baktin, opposite? Kunya ang hen, ang himungaan, tuwa dito. Kunya ang mga chicks, tuwa po sa opposite direction, di pwede. So wherever Dr. Albanio goes, you go with him. Kay balo mo no, ang real battle during this pandemic will happen in the schools, not sa division. Dr. Albanio will just provide you with a hand over yours. So mo ni mga policy, mo ni dapat mo ni buhaton. So ang district supervisor should be responsive. Aron pod ang mga principals should be responsive. Aron pod ang mga teachers should be responsive. Parents, ang mga pupils, kanit na domino effect, ripple effect na siya. So the greatness of the region, ladies and gentlemen, wala ra gyud nang Uytico. And the greatness of the region comes from all of us. So dapat resilient ta. Ayaw nang yun nga sus kapoy na ni kanang kapoy. O ikay district supervisor, kapoy-kapoy ka Franklin, dagang kay interesado dong nga P3. Unsa na may item aning Franklin? District supervisor na ni siya man, full-fledged?
District supervisor, sir. Full-fledged.
So kung magluya si Franklin, kay di na niya makaya ang iyang district. Ha? Full-fledged na ka. So ang naminaw rong uban Franklin nga mga P3, mag-andam. If they could hear you na si Franklin galuya-luya na, kay di na makadala siya mga principals, ang mga teachers. Asa man ka nga district gani Frank?
Villaba South District, sir.
Villaba South. For example, magluya-luya si Franklin dito. Kay di na gyud madala ang mga maestra, di patuo niya. Ang mga P3 ron, moadto na ni Dr. Albanio. Sir Franklin, maradi naman makaya. Makaya man ako, sir, ang Villaba South. Pwede, ako i-appoint nimo. O ano ni mahitabo? Ihay man ron si Ruth Ritulia. Wala si Ruth, dili makasod. Kisa pa man to kisa tong dito sa Nisidro sa unaman si Anisha sa tingan. Nisha. May ko ninumduman sa San Isidro si Nisha. Franklin sa to dong?
Tunga, sir. Tunga na.
Nana sa tunga. Nya mo yun si Nisha ron nga Dr. Albanio, di na makaya. Hala, katong mga naay on board sa promotion, andama, and you approach Dr. Albanio nga, sir, alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic ko. I am supportive of your administration. Diara ako mga papel, i-appoint ko. Hala, sige, padayon. Mga education program supervisors pod. Wata kay balo nga si Franklin nga paabot na bakantes division. Hala og magluya ang education program supervisor pag-anda mo ron sa mga papel mga district supervisor. So why luya-luya mga higala? Because many are interested of our positions. So akong balikon, support your school's division superintendent, support Dr. Managbanag, support Dr. Sherlita Palma, kay mao ni sila support Feli, support Baby, kay mao na sila mga gisangunan sa Division of Leyte. I could expect greatness from Leyte tungod aning mga tawhana. Nasabta naman nato kung saon pagka-resilient, develop that being resilient for you to contribute the greatness to the greatness of Region 8. Salamat kayo na mga questions before I leave kay mamirma pa in taong ko.
Yes, thank you so much, Regional Director Ramir Uytico, for the comprehensive discussion on leadership, crossroads in the new normal. Friends and colleagues, once again, that was our resource person, our very own Regional Director Ramir Uytico Sesapor. I think our resource is now ready to answer your questions. Please type your questions in the chat box. We will entertain as many questions that can be covered while we still have time. All right, so we have one question. I think this is not related to the topic. Sir, it's all about happy day to everyone. Mary Flor Jamie sa Banahawan National High School of Banahawan, Bato, Leyte. Naana ang atong module sa junior high school, sir?
Mao na challenge na to atong modules. Si Feli can also give you details because ang challenge mo na to sa modules, i-assign na siya like kita sa Region 8, we have been assigned to prepare grade 5 modules, all subjects, and Araling Panlipunan 3. So kita nakasubmit na ta sa quarter 1, unya karon on process ang validation editing sa regional office sa quarter 2. Unya isubmit na to na siya, and we are also waiting for the release coming from the central office aron makasugod na unta taog og reproduce. So ang challenge karon wa pagyoy kompleto nga wa pa makompleto ang atong mga modules, pero I already issued that memorandum na even without the modules, having the budget of lessons, activity sheets, and all the other katubitang existing textbooks niya i-match lang sa competencies. In the meantime, mao lang sa to atong gamiton. Anyway, first 2 weeks, di ba Karen, mao na itong i-share dahil first 2 weeks or first week, psychosocial intervention usa o psychological first aid. Para po paabot sa mga reproduction. Unya, naatay budget of lessons, naatay mga activity sheets, ngayon ana. So, nindot kaayo rang ang Region 8 makapadayon even without the modules. But of course, naninguha ta. We're trying our best na makakuha na ta sa copy sa modules aron makasugod na po reproduce ang division office, makasugod na po reproduce ang atong mga principals. But again, Region 8 teachers are ready even without the modules. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you po, sir. There's also one, it's not a question, but thank you, Dr. Ramir, for inspiring and motivating us to do great. All right, that is from Anonymous, hindi po siya nagpakilala. All right, moving on. If you have questions, again, you can write it on the chat box.
Dahil Karen, ako i-show nga, this will really help nga a video nga di good kayo sa choreographed nga video just to give our principals idea. And then anyway, I will call all the principals next week kay naay talk show sa taga Division of Calbayog City. It's a region initiated, but I have invited principals of the Division of Calbayog City aron makuha na to, aron makashare sila sa ilahang mga updates. I don't know, og ato ning Calbayog. At akong ma-share, I hope mo work ang video. Para atong ma-share. Sige, while preparing, Karen, basig na ilang questions dahil
Yes, okay po. Well, Sir Ronel, I know you were there. You're also receiving so many comments. Maybe you would like to share with us, Sir Ronel?
Hi, Ma'am Karen. Hi, good morning, Director. So yung mga nandito po, Ma'am Karen, on the platform po, mga thank you so much po to na mga messages po, Ma'am, so far in the question and answer.
Walay questions dong, Ronel?
Sir, there's a question, sir, pero sir, parang nasagot naman to, sir, kanina, sir, ni Dr. Manny Albanio, sir, regarding sa hardship allowance. Nasagot naman, sir, kanina.
Yeah, dili siya pwede. Si ako lang sang i-check. Dili ni siya pwede. Anyway, I will I will call all the principals next week about this particular, because we want to also to share some of the updates sa ato ang mga principals po para kuan. Okay, marag wala na next karon na lang next week dong, Ronel. So I think if there are no more questions, like Karen, I think that punctuates our webinar gathering today, and I would like to again to sincerely thank Dr. Manuel Albanio for this invitation, and of course to the entire DepEd Leyte with your slogan. Ano sa to slogan niyo? DepEd Leyte ako? Ano sa to slogan ninyo?
Ako. Taga-Leyte ako.
Taga-Leyte ako. So that pride of being taga-Leyte ako, sa to pa naanay behind that slogan is the greatness na taga-Leyte ako. Ito yung tatak Leyte. Okay, so good luck to all of you, and I hope to hear success stories from the Division of Leyte. God bless you. Some more blessings for the Division of Leyte as we continue to navigate the new normal. Good morning.
Good morning. May I request everyone now to open your video and to show your virtual appreciation to our resource person, or you may click the image icon saying congratulations and your regional director.
Sige, kaya akong picturean sa kadyot kay naas manis to nga. Smile. Okay. So thank you Ronel, thank you Karen, thank you man. Nakita na ko si Feli Gania, si Baby. Thank you very much to the men and women of the Division of Leyte who are always contributory to that slogan, Taga Leyte ako. Good morning again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is our very own Regional Director Ramir B. Uytico, CESO4. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once again, on behalf of our Division Superintendent and Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, Dr. Sherlita A. Palma, CESO6, and Dr. Henrietta Tito Managbanag, I am Karen H. Baril saying thank you for joining us today in our Part 1 session. See you at 12:30 noon for our Part 2 session. Happy lunchtime, everyone. Keep safe. Thank you.
Dad, sige na kita kung open ng akong camera. Butoroy, nga nung ako kasod.
Rotritolya, nga nawa makakasod, karon pa makakasod.
Nga nung karoon pa man ko nakasod, Julita.
Human na mas Uytico. Human na Uytico lang ang makakasod. Sus, di ba apply na ba karot? Papuling Sir Franklin. Baka nakadungog.
Nga nung makakasod pa.
Ay, ang dot niya mo, diin kang guwaan na hingsod.
Sir, good afternoon. You may turn off now your microphone and your video. And then we'll see you again at 12:30 as early as 1 o'clock p.m. because we will be having our schools division superintendent, Dr. Manuel P. Albano, as our resource person. Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Nasarap video sa wala audio. Meron ba? Yung po na lang. Stop ko na lang. Stop ko na.
Because we believe that if the ambience is actually good for working, then for sure their output will be of quality. In San Policarpo National High School, it's not only Araling Panlipunan that has a processing center, but we are right now on the English Department Processing Center. The features just the same, only that our teachers are very innovative. That's why they have also different presentation on how they could make the processing center conducive for working and for processing. Okay? I am going to walk you through also to another processing center, TLE. Welcome to the processing center of the TLE department. The same feature, they have their working table, and of course, their positive lessons and the learning activity sheets are being placed here. Of course, out the printing area. Mabuhay, nasa processing center po tayo ng Filipino. Ganun din po ang feature nila. Ito po yung kanilang working area. At katulad ng ibang processing center, ganun din po yung ginagawa ng ating mga guro sa lugar na ito. Welcome to the processing center of Mathematics Group. This is also their working area. Good day, everyone. Welcome to San Policarpo National High School. My name is Melanie Reyes Uyuak, the school principal. I am here, or we are here to witness, or I'm going to walk you through on the different processing centers of San Policarpo National High School. Come, join me. Now we are going to enter one of the processing centers of San Policarpo National High School. This is the processing center of the Araling Palipunan Group. And if you are going to look at our processing center, it's actually, you have here the areas for the teachers. It is where they are making their learning activity sheets, the work, also their worksheets. Another special feature also of our processing center is the printing area. It is where they are actually printing the modules as well as the outputs of the teachers. Of course, this is ready for photocopying at the same time. And I would like also to walk you through on another special feature of this processing center, especially on their budget of lessons is also being placed here for the purpose of, the teacher should be guided at the same time as to what would be the focus based on the notes. And if you are going to look at the designs also here, there are special features knowing that it's Araling Panlipunan, and so they're placing some special features that also signify Araling Panlipunan. Another feature of this processing center is seems like a teacher's lounge, okay? Wherein teachers could actually relax after the rigorous work or after making or working with activity sheets. They could somehow relax on this area. And another feature also, they can prepare coffee, because we believe that if the ambience is actually good for working, then for sure their output will be of quality. In San Policarpo National High School, it's not only Araling Panlipunan that has a processing center, but we are right now on the English Department Processing Center. The features just the same, only that our teachers are very innovative. That's why they have also different presentation on how they can make the processing center conducive for working and for processing. Okay? I am going to walk you through also to another processing center, TLE. Welcome to the processing center of the TLE department. The same feature, we have their working table, and of course, their budget of lessons and the learning activity sheets are being placed here. Of course, the printing area. Mabuhay, nasa processing center po tayo ng Pilipino. Ganun din po ang feature nila. Ito po yung kanilang working area. At katulad ng mga processing center, ganun din po yung ginagawa ng ating mga guro sa lugar na ito. Welcome to the processing center of Mathematics Group. This is also their working area, the same with others. And they have also here the learning materials, and the same with the other processing center. They also for computers, the notes, and of course the most important part of this processing center is the printing area. Welcome to ASP Processing Center. Again, this is the printing area. And this particular place is the place wherein teachers are going to give the feedbacking and the checking of the learner's output will be done on this particular portion of the processing center. In all processing centers, per subject, there is actually a feature that the feature or the place wherein they are doing the checking, feedbacking, and accomplishing of the M&E teams. Another significant feature of our processing center here in San Policarpo National High School is on the DOH protocol. You cannot enter the vicinity without signing at the log sheet, and at the same time, you are to submit on DOH protocols such as for alcohol. And there you have it. Welcome to the Science Processing Center. If you're going to look also the Processing Center of Science, we have the portion for the printing area. This is where the work will happen. The teachers are going to do the making of the learning activities. Same thing. This is the place for relaxation. Well, as it says here, welcome to NAPID department. This is the work area for the processing of the activity sheets, modules, etc. of the teachers of the NAPID department. And I'm happy to say that their output also, in terms of the learning activity sheets, the budget of lessons are also found or located in this area. Welcome everyone to the Senior High School Department of San Policarpo National High School, and we are now at the vicinity of the UMS Processing Center. This is also the working area, and of course, teachers consider that place as their place of making also their activity sheets, and this is the place where everyone is the same thing with that of the junior high school, the same features, their learning activity sheets, their curriculum guides, and even the support for learners for Ayuda as well is also located here at UMS. Well, one thing also in this place is there is an area for them to relax, calm, and be happy in working. True to all processing centers, alcohol is here, the INTF or the DH protocol portion. And of course, welcome to Accounting and Business and Management Department Processing Center. This is the working area. And if you're going to look at the ambience, it's really, it's worth working here. This is the printing area at the same time. And hey, look, the new normal educational encounter, the one I'm actually explaining to you right now, is being posted. And I hope, I guess I would like to inform us that this is the process. At syempre, hindi din magpapahuli ang science, technology, engineering, and mathematics on the processing center. This is the place where the work of a teacher is going to be done at the same time. And you know one thing, kasi wala naman po mga bata, meron po silang portion na ginawa. The dining plate, kung saan pwede sila dito kumain, at syempre kumain ng mag-snack dito sa lugar na to. Kasi too much work will make one tamad. The creativity and being innovative of the teachers of San Policarpo National High School, come on. As you can see, it's also here. Alright, so there are artists in our school, that's why they're representing it here. Hey, welcome to the General Academic Strand of San Policarpo National High School. This is the GA Processing Center. Proceed to the grade level processing center, where the sorting and packaging of the learning packages will happen. Come on. This is the grade 11 department processing center. Here, this is the learner's package. The one that we are going to distribute on a week before August 24. Then a week after that, that's Friday, teachers are going to bring with them another learning bag, and the switching will happen. Okay. And these are the boxes in which this learning package are going to be packed. They're going to place it inside. And of course, ready for delivery. Another important feature of this processing center of the grade level is actually sorting on the activities sheets where it will be placed here, but this serves us also the disinfection portion or process of the processing center. The 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, all learning bags from the different catchment barangays will have to rest here. The grade 12 processing center is where textbooks are actually being packed also and ready for distribution on or before August 24th. Exit. Welcome to the processing area of grade 7 San Policarpo National High School. Grade 8 processing center. Remember these learning packages? It's still found here in the junior high school department. And this is the processing center of the grade 9 department. Something unique also, this is Purok 1A but on the San Policarpo, so the learning packages of this Purok will be placed here. Welcome to grade 10 processing center. Welcome to San Policarpo National High School media room. We are ready to serve even in online or virtual. Isa lang po ang aming nagsisiguro. Kaisa po kami sa hangarin ng ating DepEd Secretary, maging ng ating Regional Director, lalo na din sa ating Schools Division Superintendent ng Schools Division ng Calayas City. Ma'am Telma, Sir Ramir, handa po kami. Handa po ang San Policarpo National High School sa hamon ngayong Agosto 24.